Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the Bible's most pivotal and poignant chapters, Genesis 35. This chapter is an incredible journey of spiritual renewal, promises fulfilled, and heart-wrenching goodbyes, all centered around Jacob and his family. It's a powerful reminder that even through trials, God remains faithful, calling us back to Him. So, let's set the scene. Jacob and his family have just come through a very challenging period, especially after the events in Shechem. God, in His infinite wisdom and mercy, intervenes with a direct command. He tells Jacob, "Arise, go up to Bethel and dwell there, and make an altar there to God, who appeared to you when you fled from the face of Esau your brother." This isn't just a suggestion. It's a divine call to return to the place where Jacob first encountered God in such a profound way, the place where God reaffirmed His covenant with him. Bethel means house of God, and it was here, years ago, that Jacob, then a fugitive fleeing his brother Esau, had a dream of a ladder reaching to heaven with angels ascending and descending. There God spoke promises over him, promises of land, descendants, and divine protection. It was a life-changing encounter. Now, after decades of life's ups and downs, God is calling him back to that foundational moment, back to the source of his faith. Jacob's response is immediate and transformative. He understands the spiritual significance of this journey. Before they even set foot on the road, he tells his household and everyone with him, "Put away the foreign gods that are among you, purify yourselves, and change your garments." This is a crucial step. It's a call for spiritual cleansing and dedication. Remember, many in his household likely brought idols and superstitious practices from Haran or picked them up along their travels. Jacob, as the spiritual head, is leading them in a profound act of purification, preparing their hearts and minds for a fresh encounter with God. He also instructs them to change their garments, which isn't just about fresh clothes. It symbolizes shedding their old ways and putting on a new, sanctified identity. It's a visible outward expression of an inward spiritual commitment. This powerful command sets the tone for their return to Bethel. It's a beautiful picture of what it means to truly turn back to God, letting go of anything that distracts us or comes between us and Him. So Jacob and his family embark on this journey. They gather all the foreign gods they had and bury them under the terebinth tree near Shechem. This act of burying the idols is incredibly significant. It's a definitive break from their past idolatry, a symbolic burial of all the things that had been holding them back. They are literally leaving their old gods behind. Imagine the courage and conviction this must have taken, not just for Jacob, but for everyone involved. It's a powerful statement of faith and obedience. As they travel, an incredible thing happens. The terror of God was on the cities all around them, and they did not pursue the sons of Jacob. This is divine protection in action. After the events involving Dinah and Simeon and Levi, Jacob was genuinely worried about retaliation from the surrounding tribes. But God, in His sovereignty, places a supernatural fear upon their enemies, ensuring their safe passage to Bethel. It's a clear demonstration that when we obey God's call, He makes a way for us, even through hostile territory. They arrive at Bethel, and Jacob immediately builds an altar there. He calls the place El Bethel, meaning God of Bethel, because there God revealed Himself to him when he fled from his brother. This is a moment of profound worship and remembrance. He's commemorating God's faithfulness from his past and consecrating his present and future to Him. It's a full-circle moment, returning to the very spot where his spiritual journey began in earnest. Right after this powerful moment of worship, we encounter a sorrowful event. Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, dies. She's been with Jacob's family for a very long time, a steadfast presence. Her death is significant enough to be recorded, and she's buried under an oak tree near Bethel, which is named Alon Bashuth, meaning Oak of Weeping. This reminds us that even in moments of spiritual renewal and divine blessing, life's natural cycles of joy and sorrow continue. It adds a touch of human reality to the divine narrative. Then, God appears to Jacob again. This is not a dream or a vision, but a direct, personal appearance. He reaffirms the covenant, saying, "Your name shall no longer be Jacob, but Israel shall be your name." This confirms the name change that happened earlier at Peniel, solidifying his new identity. Jacob, meaning supplanter, is replaced by Israel, meaning he contends with God, or God contends. It's a powerful affirmation of his new character and destiny. God blesses him, reiterating the promises of a multitude of descendants and nations coming from him, and the land of Canaan as an everlasting possession. This is a monumental moment for Jacob. It's God affirming his promises, not just from decades ago, but right now, after all of Jacob's trials and growth. It's a beautiful picture of God's unchanging faithfulness to his covenant people. After this, Jacob sets up a pillar of stone in the place where God spoke with him, pouring a drink offering and oil on it, sanctifying the place as a memorial of God's appearance and promises. As they continue their journey from Bethel, another significant event occurs, one that brings both joy and immense sorrow. Rachel, Jacob's beloved wife, goes into labor. She has a difficult birth, and in her final moments, she names her son Ben-Oni, which means, son of my sorrow. But Jacob, perhaps to mitigate the sadness or to reflect hope, renames him Benjamin, meaning son of my right hand, symbolizing strength and honor. Tragically, Rachel dies during childbirth. This is a deeply emotional moment in the narrative. Rachel was the love of Jacob's life, the woman he worked 14 years for. Her death is a profound loss, a heavy blow to Jacob and the family. She is buried on the way to Ephrath, which is Bethlehem. Jacob sets up a pillar over her grave, a lasting memorial to his beloved wife. This pillar is still recognized in the biblical narrative, marking a sacred and sorrowful spot. The death of Rachel completes Jacob's immediate family structure as we know it. All his 12 sons are now born, though their mother Rachel is gone. The journey then takes another turn. After Rachel's death, Jacob and his family pitch their tents beyond the Tower of Eder, and then a deeply disturbing event unfolds. Reuben, Jacob's eldest son, sleeps with Bilhah, his father's concubine, who was Rachel's maid. This act is a serious transgression, an affront to Jacob's authority and a stain on the family's honor. It highlights the ongoing challenges and moral failings within Jacob's own household, despite the spiritual renewals. The text simply states, "And Israel heard of it." His reaction isn't detailed here, but we know from later passages that this act cost Reuben his birthright as the firstborn. Finally, the chapter concludes by listing Jacob's 12 sons, the patriarchs of the 12 tribes of Israel. They are Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun, sons of Leah; Joseph and Benjamin, sons of Rachel; Dan and Naphtali, sons of Bilhah, Rachel's maid; and Gad and Asher, sons of Zilpah, Leah's maid. It tells us that these were the sons of Jacob who were born to him in Paddan Aram, except for Benjamin, who was born in Canaan. Then Jacob arrives at Mamre, near Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac had lived. He's returning to the land of his fathers, and, in a final, poignant note, Isaac, Jacob's father, dies at the ripe old age of 180. He is gathered to his people, and his sons Esau and Jacob bury him. This moment brings the estranged brothers together, if only for a solemn farewell to their father. It marks the passing of a generation and the full transition of the patriarchal blessing and leadership to Jacob, now Israel. Genesis 35 is a microcosm of the spiritual journey. It shows us God's faithfulness in calling us back to Him, even when we've strayed or faced immense difficulties. It emphasizes the importance of spiritual cleansing and commitment. It reminds us that even with divine protection and blessings, life brings both joy and profound sorrow, and it sets the stage for the future of God's covenant people through the 12 sons of Jacob. It's a chapter about renewal, remembrance, and the enduring promises of God, even amidst the complexities of human life and family dynamics. What an incredible chapter, full of deep spiritual lessons for us today. I hope this journey through Genesis 35 has been insightful for you. If you enjoyed this dive into Scripture, please give this video a big thumbs up, share it with someone who might be blessed by it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you do not miss our next video. We love having you here, and we appreciate all your support. Until next time, stay blessed.